today on Divorce Court.
I love Paul to death, and I want this marriage to work. We've only been married 8 months.
It seems like Andrea was more in love with me before we got married, but ever since we've been married, it seems like she has gotten too comfortable.
He talks all the time, but he doesn't give me a chance to talk.
Andrea says that I don't let her talk during an argument, but lately, I've been willing to become a listener, and she still has nothing to say.
If Paul doesn't change, we're not gonna make it. He's gonna have to pack his bags and get up out my house.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Andrea Braswell and Paul Crosby. Ms. Braswell and Mr. Crosby, you have been married for 8 months and we're in trouble already. You don't have any children together, but each of you have children from previous relationships. Ms. Braswell, you want a car transferred into your name if, in fact, this union does not survive, but I do believe you want me to take a shot at helping you make it work. So, Ms. Braswell, I'm going to start with you. Why are we here in divorce court today?
Well, I met Paul in 2014 on Facebook when he sent me an inbox telling me that I was pretty, asking me was I in a relationship, and I said no. I was talking to somebody, but it wasn't serious. So we proceeded to talk from there. We made it official last year, so it was just exclusive, supposedly. Then we got married this year in March, and come to find out last month that he was cheating on me.
How did you find out he was cheating on you, and what was he doing?
Well, he called me at work. Well, he texted me at work, told me to call him, and when I called him, he said, somebody is coming up there to talk to you because I've been texting his wife, and I was like, what? It was just out of nowhere.
No.
I'm gonna give you an opportunity to respond. Go ahead.
So I was like, okay, so why is it a big deal if he was just, chatting with his wife or whatever? But then later that night, my cousin sent me a message and said, you need to come over here. So I went over there, and the husband got in touch with her because he didn't come up to my job that day. I guess he didn't make it. But he got contact with her and said that they've been sleeping together for 1.5 years. And he had all the screenshots or whatever. All the pictures they had together.
No,
Mr. Crosby, what do you say happened?
No, the person claimed that they had something to show her. They never showed her anything, first of all. Second of all, this is before we got married. I man up to that, I own it up to that, and I even suggested that we went through counseling to get rid of all the old things
That was not before
that
we got
happened
married.
before we got married.
Well, you cheated on her at some time when she thought you were in an exclusive.
This was while we were married.
Don't interrupt me
It was
while I
while we
am
were
talking,
married.
either one of you.
This is, Your Honor.
I have something to say. This occurred at some time when you were in an exclusive relationship with her. Whether it's pre or post marriage, you two don't agree, but you were in an exclusive relationship when this occurred. Am I accurate about that?
Yes.
Okay.
We both have done a lot of things before marriage.
Okay.
We both have done a lot of things before marriage.
Well, has she done anything that caused you to mistrust her?
Yes.
Well, tell me about it.
Because I found out, like 4 months before we got married, I found out that when we first started dating, that she was still dealing with someone that she told me she wasn't dealing with when I asked her was she seeing anybody. She said, no, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. Going on for almost a year. Yeah. I found out that she wouldn't have told one of her friends. She done told one of her.
Hey, stop. Don't argue. Don't interrupt. Bring me up to post-marriage. What do you say has happened that caused you to mistrust him since you've been married?
He's always in his phone, all on other girls' pictures, liking them and loving them or whatever. And then he's sitting there texting his ex-girlfriend. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Stop.
Sitting there texting his ex-girlfriend, chatting with her, asking her how she is. Why do you need to know how she's doing? Why do you need to talk to her? Talk to me.
I'm not the one always in my phone. I'm not the one that's not trying to give her my attention and make things right. It's always, she always in her phone. She always doing other things. We just got married.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying she pays more of attention to her e-life than she does her real life?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
And we're going to talk about that a little later because I know that is an issue of yours. But first, I want to get the trust issues out between the two of you because I understand that you're very uncomfortable with things that she does, like the way she dresses. You're worried about the kind of interaction she has with her ex. Talk to me about those things.
Dressing, the way she dresses, I don't think sometimes first of all, I think she dresses a little too provocative. I don't think she dresses like a married woman should dress. And her excuse is, well, I can't help it because of the way I'm shaped. First of all, you're going out with your girlfriends. Okay, and I understand you can't help it. You have a beautiful body. But for you to, everywhere you go, you want to wear a waist trainer to suck this in and push this out? Yeah, come on, Your Honor.
I got you.
I
understand how you feel
That's
about
what
that.
women do.
Come on now.
Yeah. Well,
Come on now, you want to suck all this in and push all this out when you're not with me, but when you with
women do that.
Listen, don't no women, Your Honor, you going to Walmart late night to go get tissue and house supplies and you got to be... Come on, but when she with me, she'll just throw on her little, let me throw on my little jogging pants and my pajamas. But when she not with me, I'll be back, baby, I'm going to the store. You got to strap that on and suck this in and push this out for everywhere you go.
Mr. Crosby, you also say that
And she don't wear underwear. She don't wear underwear.
It doesn't matter if I have panties on or not. My butt is going to stick out. That's what he has a problem with. My butt sticking out and men looking at it.
I think she be trying to get attention.
No, but when he don't,
I got you. We're going to roll on to another point here because I got enough on the clothing.
It wasn't even 30 days that we got married. We don't have no children. She goes to drop her kids off to their father. My kids are with their mother. I get off work, I come home. Hey, honey, we ain't got no kids, let's do something. I already made plans with the girls. I'm going out with the girls. Then you go out and leave, you've been gone 3-4 hours and I ain't heard from you.
Ms. Braswell, you say that Mr. Crosby is uncomfortable with your relationships with your ex and with your friends and family in general. Why don't you explain that to me?
Well, see, my ex was dropping off our boys at the house. I don't let him in the house because out of respect for my husband. So he was at the door and just talking about what the kids did over the weekend. And here come Paul walking through the house, slamming cabinet doors, throwing stuff around like a big kid. You know, I didn't say anything. I just kept talking to, you know, my ex or whatever because I don't have nothing to hide. I can talk while he's there. I don't have nothing to hide.
I'm gonna get you.
So when he leave, he wanna come in the front room and be like, oh, you could sit in the front room and watch Lifetime all day, but when he come, you gotta jump in his face. No, what are you talking about? I'm being cordial with my son's father. That's how we are. That's how our relationship is.
Okay, Mr. Crosby, do you have concerns about her relationships with her ex, and if so, why? Oh, now you can't talk.
She just said she don't have nothing to hide when the man come over and drop the kids off, but she goes out on the porch and closes the door, and I walk past the door and you just...
That door was not closed.
But you don't got nothing to hide. Why you close the door?
That door was wide open.
Now,
I was inside.
Are you sure that's what you saw? Because, you know, parents do have to talk about their children. They just have to. There's always stuff going on.
They ain't babies. They ain't babies.
Doesn't matter.
They teenagers.
Hey, listen.
He can tell them and she can tell
My baby
her.
is 21 years old. And I got a 24-year-old. Heck, we still talk about the 44-year-old. You talk about the
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that's what it is. He wasn't doing all of that when me and her first met. He wasn't doing all of that.
What causes you to believe they've become doing something inappropriate?
I don't know.
You had a lot with the clothes.
They hang out a lot, though.
They hang out? What do you mean hang out? They go out together?
Yeah, without me being around, they hang out.
Do you guys go out together?
No.
They hang out.
No, we
she
do
hang
not.
out with. She hang out with more of her friends and her exes than she do me, and we only been married 8 months.
Well, tell me about that, Mr. Crosby.
I'm gonna tell you about
that.
It wasn't even 30 days that we got married. We don't have no children. She goes to drop her kids off to their father. My kids are with their mother. I get off work, I come home. Hey, honey, we ain't got no kids, let's do something. I already made plans with the girls. I'm going out with the girls. Then you go out and leave, you've been gone 3-4 hours and I ain't heard from you. All of a sudden, here it is, 2:30. Now you pulling up, rolling up in the house at 2:30 in the morning, talking about you left your phone in the car.
I did leave my phone in the car. My phone was dead.
Hang on, though. That's kind of tacky within 30 days, though.
30
you go
days,
out.
you ain't even had 30 days.
You go,
Okay,
you go out and get drunk with your homegirls, come rolling in at 2:30. It's a little disrespectful.
Okay,
Your Honor,
yeah.
this is my thing, Your Honor.
Okay, I understand that, but at the same time, he been sleeping with that coworker this whole time, so I'm wrong for going out that one night.
Before we got married, listen,
And
Your
I
Honor.
was with
My
my
understanding
homegirl.
is the co-worker thing happened last month.
No, that's a lie.
No.
That's a lie.
With the coworker?
Yeah.
That's been since I met him.
No, that's a lie. What? No.
It was off and on.
Well, we'll never agree on that. We'll never agree on that.
see-
Let's move on to something else. I want to talk about your sex life, which you say has dwindled to almost nothing.
I can keep it lively. I want to keep it lively for about 2 minutes and I'm done. He wants to sit here and continue going for like 4 or 5 hours. Don't nobody have time for that. I got to be to work at 6 in the morning.
We both work.
Like,
we both
come
work. We both
on.
go to work at the same time.
So, Mr. Crosby, it's you that said your sex life has dwindled to almost nothing. Why don't you explain your concerns in that regard?
When we first started dating, that's all it was. That's all she wanted to do.
Right.
I mean, she get off work at 11 o'clock. I got to be at work at 6 in the morning, but she would come over to the house. I stay up with her. I stay up with her all night long. That's all she wanted to do. All she wanted to do, lay up, have sex, lay up, have sex. Lay up, have
I
sex.
got it.
So when we get married, all of a sudden, oh, you sleepy, you tired, you want to go to bed, you want to go to bed, you want to go to bed.
And that's true, too, because I look at it
We ain't, Your Honor, we wasn't even married a good 2-3 months. And I'm thinking, she gonna tell me I gotta wait a whole week. Because I had sex 2 nights in a row, I gotta wait a whole week now.
Now, Ms. Braswell, did you do that? I mean, did you have all the great, like, oh, I got him now, so I can ease back, don't have to do it?
We weren't living together. I didn't get to see him that much. But when I did get to see him, yes, that is what I wanted to do because I hadn't seen him all day. But now that we living together, shoot, I'd be tired. Because I got to take care of the kids and him.
And I get that, and I think both partners usually have some part to play in that. Women kind of they ease off, well, I got him there, you know what I mean, and don't feed that sexual thing, because men really like that stuff.
I do.
And men, sometimes she falls into the I'm taking care of him, the house, doing this role, and they feel less romantic towards you and they feel more tired. So you both are contributing to the absence of sex. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just you. I think it happens to a lot of couples. So if you were more
Into it.
in tune, 5-minute foreplay, take it all day long. I love you on the phone, come by, touch that big butt you like so much. Walk, you know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying?
what she
And
wanted.
all that kind
That's
of
what she
stuff.
wanted. That's what she wanted. When we wasn't staying together, she'd get off work, she'd come by, we watching TV. All of that turned into her jumping on me.
Yeah.
Now when I jump on her, she want to roll over, throw the covers over here.
You got to be, keep it lively.
I can keep it lively. I want to keep it lively for about 2 minutes and I'm done. He wants to sit here and continue going for like 4 or 5 hours. Don't nobody have time for that. I got to be to work at 6 in the morning.
We both work.
Like,
we both
come
work.
on.
We both go to work at the same time. We both go to work at the same time.
Let's get what we're trying to get and go to sleep.
No. Look at me.
Oh, I ain't mad. I'm just interested.
Look at me.
Okay, all right.
Hours. Look at me.
Okay.
No.
You believe Ms. Braswell has a drinking problem. Why don't you tell me about that?
Your Honor, when I first met her about 1.5 years ago, it's like every now and then she would drink. I had no problem with that, but it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. If we would get into a disagreement, I would want to sit down and work it out with her. No, she wants to run and go get something to drink.
So how often is she drinking now? Is it every day?
If she can, every day she will, Your Honor. She will. And it's not the fact that I don't want my wife to drink. I love my wife. I'm concerned about her health.
Right.
I had people in my family, I watched them drink themselves to death.
And you don't want it to
And I
go
don't
down
want
that
it to
road.
happen to her.
Ms. Braswell, are you having a few too many cocktails?
No.
So how much, hang on, you smiling again.
No.
You should never, ever play poker. They will wear you out.
No, it's not too much.
How often do you drink?
I drink when I get off work.
Every day?
Not every day when I get off work.
Every
no,
day.
I take a day or two
When you drink
off here and
a
there.
glass of wine, or
No.
you having a couple of shots of,
The whole bottle. And she drinks straight. She don't chase it.
Not the
She
whole
would come home
bottle.
from work with a bottle like this, and at 5 o'clock, she get off work with a bottle like this. By 8 o'clock,
No, it's not.
I need something else.
No,
She's shaking it. It's empty. I need
Ms.
something else.
Braswell, you're doing something close. Because people always minimize their own drinking. That's number one. Two, you grinning like a Cheshire cat, so I know he's telling the truth over there. And he's got too many details. I'm gonna tell you something, Ms. Braswell. Liquor can get ahead of you. Don't let it. So you have to get ahead of it, and you've got to put self-imposed restrictions on how much you drink, just so it won't get ahead of you. That's all I'm saying. I'm putting that out there. Ms. Braswell, you say you want a transfer title on the car when you go, but I don't think you want to go. Am I right about that?
I don't want to go.
What do you need? And I want you to listen to this question. What do you need from him to be satisfied and content within this relationship?
I want him to be able to trust me. I'm not the one that was doing the dirt while we were married. And I need him to understand that, okay, women need their space. They like having...
What, he's all in your business about where you're going, who you're seeing, what you're doing?
Yeah, he feels like in the first year of marriage, I should be home, just working home all day, every day, for the first year of marriage. Then I can wean myself off and go out and have girls' night out.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Crosby, is that an accurate reflection of your desires?
No, Your Honor.
Then what is the
All
accurate?
I'm saying to her is we ain't even been married a year. We still need to get time to learn each other, know each other. You rather choose that. You rather hang out with friends you already knew before me.
Then spend a lot of time with you.
Spend a lot of time with me. We need to be connected. We haven't even been married a year. We still trying to figure each other out. These girls you've been knowing all your life. And you just asked her a question. She answered it. But my thing is, when it's time to talk, I'm asking her things. What would you like? What do you want to do? I don't know.
Well, what do you need to be contented within the confines of this marriage?
I just need my wife to understand that I want us to have this connection. I want us to be able to communicate, talk, to be able to work things out without going the other way or turning a small thing big.
Let me say this to the two of you. Number one, Mr. Crosby, I think you're a very voluble guy. You talk a lot, and you're a good talker, and you're very convincing. And I think sometimes what a woman needs more than anything else is to understand that she's been heard. And I think that she may not feel heard by you because you don't even let me finish a sentence. I got a robe on.
Listen, but you talking to me.
See, you're interrupting me right now.
Can I please say something?
No, you cannot. But Mr. Crosby, let me tell you something. When you're interrupting people, that tells them a couple of things. One, you don't respect them enough to let them finish a sentence. That says another thing, that you're thinking about what you want to say while I'm telling you what I want to say. So that means you didn't pick up what I wanted to say because you're thinking about what you want to say. I can't. No. You're interrupting me again. I can't talk to you because you don't know how to listen. And you have to learn how to listen. I'm telling you that. See, wait till you see the tape of this show. And you'll be like, oh, man, I never shut my mouth. I never let her talk. And that's how she feels. I'm telling you. You're telling me what the problem is. You can't fix it. I'm trying to tell you how to fix it. You can accept it or not accept it. But that's the answer to that problem. You be quiet and you hear her. As opposed to telling her all the time, things may work out a little better for you. I wish you both the best. This matter is adjourned.
Well, not only do I need to be a listener, I need to be more understanding towards her and, figure out how to say my words in the right way where she don't take offense of things and be more understanding.
Even though our communication is off, I still want to work on our marriage because it's still fresh. I still believe that we can get back to where we were in the beginning. It's just going to take a lot of work.